of Hiroshima from these weapons that the United States had dropped there. Earl Reynolds, as a scientist and anthropologist, was horrified by what he recorded. And he swore he was going to try to stop nuclear weapons from that time forward. So he built a little boat right there in Hiroshima, and his family started out on a cruise around the world to stop in at places and talk about the effects of these atomic weapons. And it just happened that a year after they left Hiroshima, they arrived all the way back around the world in Honolulu at the same time as those Quakers, those pesky Quakers, were challenging the United States in the testing in the Marshall Islands. And as the Quakers got thrown in jail for 60 days, the Reynolds family decided that they were going to sail the Phoenix into the Marshall Islands. They weren't going to tell a soul, they were just going to sail, saying they were going to Japan. They sailed into the Marshall Islands and then announced by radio that they were there to stop the testing. They didn't stop the testing, but they added to the world's knowledge of what was going on. I bring this up because we've recently found one of the little boats, the Golden Rule, now 50 years later, has been discovered derelict up in Humboldt, or down in Humboldt Bay in California. And Veterans for Peace and all of our guys and gals back here as part of Veterans for Peace, we have a national project for the restoration of that Golden Rule boat to be used as an educational vessel for us, that we can sail it first up and down the coast of the west coast of the United States, and then ultimately take it around the United States and perhaps even around the world. Because we need to make sure that the younger generations know what has happened. Many of them don't know much about the horrible, horrible effects of the atomic weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And it's up to us to find those vehicles that will spark their interest in this and spark their enthusiasm for challenging our government on its continued program of having nuclear weapons. So I am very honored to be here today, to be a part of the ceremonies here in Portland, Oregon, as we join with people all over the world to acknowledge what our government was responsible for in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and that we pledge ourselves that we shall abolish nuclear weapons. Thank you.